I think overall my 2025 campaign is going a lot better than last year. It's going pretty good. We've been quite consistent, let's say, in that top 6 battle every weekend, and the qualifying and the speed has improved a lot from last year. So this obviously in such a tight series helps a lot to be starting the races near the front. It was real good to go to Australia and have a solid weekend, to get there, to get the ball rolling, to have some nice rides. Also in the Super race, I came through. You know, it was a nice result, but also passing riders moving forward in the race. So it was also not just a result, but the way that the result happened was positive. It was something that I really needed, and I think also that the races after I still feel like I'm building up, and it's still the case of trying to get the momentum back to some really nice results. In 2024, being my first season, I learned so much about the category, so much about the format of the race weekends, and a lot about riding a superbike and how to ride it and how not to ride it, probably just as much. But the best moment will probably be being competitive in Barcelona, in Catalonia, qualifying good and leading the race for some laps. The worst moment will be the crash in Most and getting injured, because already I was struggling a little bit, and this really set me back. And my injuries in 21 and 22 with both my shoulders, and then again last year was at some points close to being the end of my career. So it was yeah, definitely a low point. Maybe I tried to come back a little bit too early, and it's hard as a rider not to, but I tried to ride being at 80%, 85%, and in a class like this it's difficult then to perform well. And then in Aragon, crashing again on the same shoulder. And I think sometimes in racing, when you get on a bit of a bad wave, it continues like that. The biggest thing, as always, as I say, is confidence, and the feeling on the bike is quite a lot different to last year. My position on the bike, my seating position, handlebars, I'm a lot more inside the bike now, and for me feels a lot more normal. And ever since we changed this, I've been able to improve my feeling, improve my confidence, and build up. This year is more what I anticipated I could do in Superbike, coming from some good years in Moto2. Gork has been a massive asset to the team. The way that he works with a rider to really understand what I need from a sportive side, from a working in the garage, from how he makes me feel or me understand what's happening. He's been a massive step forward. Obviously Leon has a massive experience of Superbike, achieved a lot in his career, done very well, analyses the riding and technical side really well as well. So it's really good for me to be able to talk to him. I'm really, it's lucky to have that person there to be able to bounce the ideas off. In my career in Moto2, I've got a lot of pole positions, so I know that it's a good asset, a good strong point of my riding. Assen was a full dry weekend. It was nothing strange, it was a proper pole position with a great lap time. So I was really proud to do that.
Those takes that first career pole in the WorldSBK class.
It's so important to start on the front 2 rows to be able to fight. So if that's something that we've made a step forward, it's going to help our season. Starting from pole position in a wet race like that, I knew it was important to get a good start. I nearly got a too good start, arrived fast in turn 1 and broke a bit late, causing me to go a bit deep and lose a fair few positions. And then I was coming forward, I was actually behind Alex. He made some good overtakes, and I managed to follow him through a couple of times, so this was nice. To get the second place was a massive feeling. Probably relief was the biggest thing to start with.
Second place to Sam Lowes, his first podium in the Superbike World Championship.
The team deserve it a lot after last year and this year, all the hard work they've done to give me an amazing package. Now we're sitting 6th in the championship. I've made a mistake myself in Portimao. I had an incident with Alvaro in Assen, so lost a couple of races, and we're still sitting 6th, and feel like that's my place really. If you look at the season to start with, I've been quite fast, so my goal is to fight for top 5 in the World Championship and aim to be some more podiums and try and win a race before the end of the year.